Episode 5. Let's get it rolling. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Adam here from the It's Adam Show, and today is another special episode because I got a good friend, Chase Owens. Thanks for coming on the show, brother. He is a track and field athlete, wrestler, and just all around a great friend. So, hey, what's going on with you, Chase? How you doing today?
Good. I've had a competition today. Just track and field, right? That's my stuff. So it's been good. I've been good. I've had some good stuff. Yeah.
That's good, brother. To just kind of clarify for our viewers, Chase is not just like you're running track and field guy. He's the cool kind, which in my opinion, that's the pole vaulter kind. So that's like a sport that I wish I could do. So already, man, like how did you get into that? Feel free to explain that.
So I've been a track athlete for about 6 years.
Right.
All of the events I started with Thorpe Elite, which was my first club, and I started cross country.
Yeah.
And then I moved cross country to high jump, and then to every event. Like I've done every event other than hammer throw.
Nice.
So I've tried. Yeah, that's the only one I haven't done.
Yeah.
Discus shot, but all of them. So I've tried them all, and one of the ones on my list was pole vault, because I remember I was a gymnast too first. That was my first sport.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad showing me. He's like, "Oh, look at this event." It was pole vault, and I was like, "That looks sick! Like I would love to do that."
Yeah.
So then I got an opportunity in grade 9 to try it, and I tried it. I started going to Hamilton, and then over that I just started building it. It was, I was in grade 9, so 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
And just loved it so much. I kept going, and
nice. And before we went hot mics here, you were telling me a bit about how you're planning to go post-secondary for for pole vaulting. You want to keep growing on it. So, what's your plans for the future of it?
Yeah, like I said, I'm going post-secondary. I'm going to Manitoba, University of Manitoba, and I'm hoping to continue that. I really want to get a U Sports medal. That's something that means a lot to me. That's the the Canadian university level, and I'd really love to get a medal from that. But continuing the sport and continuing something I love and I've put so much time in and passion into, and just watching that grow, like sometimes taking a step back and watching it and be like, I've come from here and I've built this part of me into this high level and this progression, and it's watching that grow and continuing to let that grow is something I'd love to do. And past university would be awesome. Like I said, making a world's team would be super, super sick.
Yeah.
Olympics would be dream come true.
Yeah.
Like little Chase would be
Wear
screaming.
The flag on your back, that'd be sick. Yeah.
That would be literally the coolest thing in the world. But I think for me right now, it's taking it one step at a time. I'm going to U Sports. I've got 4 to 5 years there. 5 years of eligibility, 4 years of school, and see if I can continue moving through that and getting better, and that'd be awesome.
All right, so one of my biggest questions, because there's a reason why I don't do pole vaulting. It's clearly because I don't want to be up 10 feet high in the sky and go, oh, either A, I messed up, or B, my pole snaps, and it's like, now I'm gonna come crashing down. How do you do it? Like, really? Like, that's what I want to know, because I don't have the balls for it. I'm gonna be quite honest.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like sometimes I look at like some of my friends and some of the teammates and a lot of people I've met, and like there's some of them, and every time I watch them, I'm like, oh, please just don't do something. Like, because it's like this one kid, Thomas, every time something's like you don't know if he's gonna land on the mat, you don't know if he's gonna, like,
you gotta watch out for him,
right? And it's like he's never hurt himself, but he's like this close every jump, and it scares. But for me personally, it's like I said, gymnastics background, so it's used to that flipping, the high, the rotation, all that. But a lot of it, you just kind of gotta just go. I don't care, right? You gotta believe. You gotta know. The poles are strong. There's people who are heavier than you on those poles. People who are taller than you. People who are faster than you, stronger than you. So it's like they work. They've been proven to work. You have to trust them, but they're gonna break. You're gonna fall. Like today, I fell back on the track. I slammed my head off the track. Actually, not too hard. I'm good. Like everything's good. But it happens. It's You
think it's okay?
Yeah.
Your brain's rattled.
Yeah, like, but I fell back on the track. But you get up and you go again, and that's something you learn as an athlete. I'm sure, right? The running, the wrestling, jiu-jitsu, all that. You learn that as an athlete. You just have to keep the persistence. You can't let anything didn't like your mind's strongest muscle, right? It's your most important muscle, and if anything affects your mind, then your body's not going to allow you to do it. And that's a big thing, is mental. Pole vault's one of the most mental sports.
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Right?
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of days where it's hard to get off the ground. Like you run through every time, you just don't really swing. And there's a lot of days where it's like you don't even think about it, and you get up and there's nothing. And so it's learning the patterns and trying to overcome them, and learning what helps you get over those things, and sometimes accepting that day is not good.
Yeah.
But it's definitely it can be a scarier sport. There's times when it's like my last couple of meets, I have videos from some of them, and it's like you come in and get shot back onto the track, and I haven't personally broken a pole yet, which so lucky I haven't done that, but I've seen a fair share of pole breaks, and it's like some of them it's like he lands on the mat, he backflips, lands on his, high up on his shoulders, and it's like he walks off and he's like, I'm fine. And I saw one, the bottom of the pole broke, went up right in the guy's crotch.
I was literally about to say, dude, I've seen GIFs before, and I'd be like, haha, that's so funny. And it's like literally like someone gets speared, like,
it
not
broke.
me, bro.
The bottom came right up, guy split one of them, and I was like, man. And then
that's my sport.
yeah, and I'm like, wow, that could happen to me any moment. And I've got a friend that I'm very close with, let go to the top of the pole once, and just came back up. And it's like, all that stuff's so real. But all those guys, like the ones, the Canadian champion, the U Sports champion from last year, and the other guy is one of the best multi-eventers and pole vaulters in the country. Well, he won gold in multi-event for U20s. Like, these are some of the top athletes, and you watching them, you got to go, okay, if they're not going to get affected by it, then I can't be affected by it. And it's part of the sport. Same thing as jiu-jitsu. If you get bad ankle lock, someone breaks your ankle, you get bad whatever happens, and
you get submitted by your coach several times. Anthony, I know you're watching this.
And that's the reality of it, and that's the reality of sport. I think is you have to know that you're going to get injured, things are going to go wrong, and focusing on the good. It's like, okay, I've hurt myself, and maybe I can't continue today, so now I have to look for the next positive. Maybe it's just getting back and running. Maybe it's getting back on the pole. Maybe it's getting back and doing everything right again. Like sometimes, and then there's regression that comes from no injury, right? And sometimes being close to injury is worse than getting injured because it messes up your brain, right? Definitely. So there's a lot, and I think every sport's got a lot of it, but
pole vaulting really exemplifies that.
Yeah, especially the mental, and that's the biggest thing is you don't have to worry about your body, because at the end of the day, the human body's tough. Especially at 18 years old, right? You fall from, like, I'm 4 to 5 meters up in the air, man. Like, I've fallen on straight track, and I've turned out okay. Like, I did it, like I said, I did it today, and I'm fine. My ankles don't hurt. Nothing's too bad, but it's making sure your brain goes, that was a one-time thing, or right. we need to just keep going. The brain's the hardest thing to trick a lot of the times.
Yeah. Man, I wanna know what has been like a moment where, like, the sport really, like, pummeled you down.
There's been a couple pretty major ones, but the one that comes to mind for me right away is...
you land on the box?
That was bad. That one, but I really, that was one of the ones where it happened, and I was like, you know what? The only way to get over this is to do it again. And 5 minutes later, I dusted off. I wasn't too injured. I got myself back running, and then 5-10 minutes later, I ran and jumped again. Because it's one of those things, right? If you let it simmer too long, you're gonna get scared.
Exactly.
So I was like, I need to get through it and do it again and do it again and do it again and make sure I can do it right.
Yeah.
And then I can deal with the emotions after. But personally, my biggest one was OFSA grade 11. So last year's OFSA, I had a really bad performance, and I jumped 370, which isn't a horrible height, but it was
you're at OFSA, okay? Just let you know, you're at OFSA, okay?
Yeah. So,
but anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah. So still OFSA, which is awesome, but I had just PB'd at around 4 meters 5 centimeters, so that was a big deal, and that was just before that meet, and I was really gunning because there's a lot of good people there. It was a big competition, and I had a possibility if I jumped well, I could have placed pretty well. And I jumped 370, and it was one of my worst comps of the year, and at a pretty big stage and big deal. And it was the first time I really really got depressed about the sport. Like, it was just it felt like earth shattering. Like, I was shaking. Like, I'm sitting there and I wouldn't stop shaking, and for 2 weeks I didn't want to go back to practice at all. Like, the week after, because I take a little break off after OFSA just to give myself, because
recovery.
Yeah, the season continues up until around the beginning of July or August for U18 athletes.
Yeah.
So I wanted to give myself a little bit of a break, but then after that, I didn't want to go back to practice because I was just so mentally shook from it, and it was just such a hard experience. And so coming back from it after coming back to practice, like my mom just forced me. She said, "You got to go. You can't give up just because you had a rough meet." So I went and eventually it just became practice again.
Yeah.
But it was a big mentality shift for me. You know, it went from just being something that I enjoy and something that I'm good at and something I like to do to something I want to be better at, want to excel at, and want to be the best at.
There's a duty aligned with it.
Yeah. So now it's I want to be right and the best I can be, but that means I have to do certain things. Like I can't just show up to practice and that's it, and do one running practice a week and that's it. I need to run. I need to go to the gym. I need to think about it. I need it to be something that I focus on. And
dude, last podcast it was like three flies the entire time. Anyway, sorry, go back.
Yeah.
To your podcast. You're running in the gym. Sorry.
Yeah. So the gym, right? That's something I started. I got really serious about the gym. I've got serious about the running, and the mentality switch. It was a big mentality switch. My coaches noticed. They brought it up a couple times. Like this season, because that was at near the end of the season.
Right.
And then when I came back into this season, so indoor season for this year, they were like, you're like a different person. It's like talking to a different person. Like you're focused. You're really pushing for it. You're taking bigger risks. You're trying to really excel. So that was a big thing, because after that season, and I feel like a lot of my friends, a lot of people I know, have had similar situations. Mm-hmm. They got beat by somebody, they had a poor experience, they didn't do as well as they thought they should have, and just one meet, it all comes together. Yeah. And and then that's when you know, it's kind of sink or swim. Do you decide to put your all into this thing, or do you go, you know, I'm gonna back up, and this is too much for me.
Yeah.
So that was also was definitely my big one that made me question the sport, and then go, I love this thing though, and this is something I want to continue doing, and it's something I want to excel at.
Yeah. So, almost like the way I think of it is kind of like when I'm, I don't know, like when I'm in a very bad mood. So like maybe during a run or something. You know, I know that after that wave is gonna be like the best feeling ever, because I'm just like the deeper I go on like the suck factor, then the better the rebound is. So do you feel like that's kind of
Yeah, and when you said that, it reminded me of, I don't know if you know, but if you bring up like a ball in a pool, mm-hmm. and you put it under the water, the deeper that you go, the more it shoots back up. It's that's definitely how, when you said that, just the thing that came in my mind. A weird little thing. It's same thing.
I like that. That's a good visual.
But that's definitely the way you got to think about it. And yeah, like positivity is, right? It's the like your brain is the like I've already said, it's the most important thing in athletics in life, and positivity is what you have to make your brain believe and think. And yeah, there's days where it's you're it's very, very negative, but you have to just look and be like, all right, it's gonna get better. Mm-hmm. Like nothing can stay bad forever. Nothing can, you know, and kind of going acknowledging the negativity, and then going, this is what the reality of right now is, and this is how I feel, and this is what's going on, but this isn't everything. Like this, I've been positive before, and then I've been negative before, and those things have happened. So just acknowledging that that's the reality of it, mm-hmm. and then going, I just got to push to the next thing. And that's been something over this year I've worked on a lot, because I was a very negative person, especially in athletics, because I put really, really high standards and goals for myself, and then I wouldn't achieve them, and then I'd be very, very upset, and I'd be angry, and I'd be mad, and all this different stuff, and it would make like some meets, like my mom driving home, she'd be like, it's miserable. Like you're just angry, you're upset, and it sucks to drive home with you. But this year it's been, again, that mentality shift to, it's a bigger picture. It's not one meet, it's not one competition. Like this year, I had a lot of really high goals for myself. Mm-hmm. I want to make this thing called New Balance Nationals, which is one of the big meets for high school track and field athletes, one of the biggest meets. I wanted to make at least indoor or outdoor. I didn't make either this year. And that was like my biggest goal. I'm like, I need to make it, and I didn't make either this year, and it sucks. I'm like, man, I really, really wish I could make it, mm-hmm. but it's not the end of the world. You know what? There's more meets now. That didn't happen. I didn't get that, so I go to U Sports, mm-hmm. and I try my best at U Sports, and I set new goals. But you need to keep setting the goals, because you don't have a goal, you don't have direction. There's nowhere to go.
There needs to be a belief.
Yeah, there needs to be something that, even if you don't achieve it, it needs to be something that you're pushing for. Like even 470 was a really big thing. 4 meters, 70 centimeters mm-hmm. was those were my two big goals this year. I didn't achieve either of them. And I've jumped 450, and I really, really wanted that. Did
you get better though?
I did. And that's the thing, is every year I've jumped 30 centimeters. This year I jumped about 40. like
Increase?
PB'd, yes,
Yeah.
increase. So,
Nice.
and you know what? Whether I could have done more and whether I had the ability to do more, yeah, I think I did, and I 100% believe that I could have, and I do think I could have, but I did everything I could in the moment. You know, I've done everything to try and set myself up for success and try to steer away from failure and set myself up for the best situations, and I think knowing that makes the positivity easier because you know you've done everything you can. So no matter what the outcome is, you're going, I've put everything out into this.
Exactly.
This is the outcome that would have happened no matter what. This is the best outcome that could happen because I did everything I could.
Yeah. That's something that I feel like a lot of people are hard on themselves about is their goals, and the goals matter. The goals are the engine that creates all the work behind it, but you can't always determine the outcome, but you can certainly determine what you put into it. And I mean, if you're realistically, let's look at the equation. If you put effort into something consistently every day or like multiple times a week, and you really care about it, it's ridiculous for you not to get better at it. So like you were saying, you might not hit your 470 goal. That might be 2027's Chase goal, right?
Yeah.
So as long as you keep the engine going, you'll be able to make it, and just keep working at it. So,
Yeah.
Something else I wanted to talk about as well is you got to commute to get to the train. So
Yes.
little context before we get into this. Chase is from the Niagara region, so you train in what's like the facility name?
Bolton.
Bolton. That's located in Toronto. So not close. He's got about an hour and a half, 2 hour commute. So he's got a bit of driving to go to every practice. That means there and back. There's no magic pony that takes in the practice. He's got to put real time into it. So, dude, what's your schedule like with the pole vaulting athletics? Everybody just tell me.
Yeah, it's full. It's definitely full, especially
I imagine.
especially right now, and it's nice without school because I can mellow things out a bit, and I can wake up a little later and get there.
Yeah.
But I drive 2 hours, but 2 hours there, 2 hours to 2 hour 30 because traffic's pretty bad around that time, and then home it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours. We like it when it's an hour and a half. It's a lot better, but it's about 4 hours of just commuting. In one practice, and I do 2 of them a week, so I go Monday and Wednesday. So I'm doing 8 hours of commuting a week, minimum for 2 practices, and then plus I've got the 2 hours of practice I'm actually there. So I spend 12 hours up in Bolton, and I don't mind it, and I'm used to it. But then you add, right, you got Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Most of the time I work. So then that's an 8 hour day. And then Thursdays I also try to make my running practice. So then Thursdays I'm running as well, which is only in Niagara Falls. So it's only about a 20-30 minute drive for me. So
nice.
nothing bad there, especially once you're doing 2 hours.
In perspective, yes.
Yeah, right? It's like, oh, that's nothing.
Yeah.
But so it can be full, and then trying to get to the gym 2-3 times a week can add that extra pressure. Like recently I haven't been as good with that. That's not been a huge discipline because I've got the work, and when going to meets I'm like, I don't want to be sore at this meet, so I don't want to put any strain on my muscles. And so, but especially now that season's coming to an end, it's just me practices, so it's going to be a lot of working out, a lot of running, a lot of working out, a lot of running, and then once the pole vault practice is done, that's going to be done. But the commute's definitely it can be a pain, it can be a hassle, but you grow to love it, right? Because it's it's the journey. It's the journey that gets you right. It's part of the process. And I talked to my one buddy that I drive up with, Adam. Not this Adam, but
different guy,
different Adam.
Yeah.
We have conversations. Sometimes we talk about stupid things that are just silly and
anime?
have no meaning. And no, he doesn't. He's not an anime guy.
He's not into it.
I wish I could go for hours. This whole podcast and change it to the anime podcast. Jeez, man.
It's anime show.
It's anime show. There you go. Jeez, but no. Sometimes it's just stupid little conversations about what's going on at school and just people we know and just random things. And then other times it can be deeper conversations about what's going on in life, religion, different just little things that we pick up on, and it's and it makes it fun, right? And then we listen to music. Sometimes we're driving back, and I don't know if he's gonna be embarrassed by this, but singing, blaring music and singing music all the whole way.
Music,
right, I'm a big fan. But yeah, we'll be singing different songs all the way back, and just keeping each other company and having good conversations. Same thing with my mom. She's love her so much. She drives
She
every
sounds
Monday.
like she's been very accountable for you
Yeah.
and taking a big part in your life. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been a huge help. My dad's done a lot too, right? Dinners, being home, like all this other amazing stuff that he provides too, like dinners and they're both like they're a big unit for me and they do a lot. But the drive, she does it twice or once a week. She does a 4-hour drive basically once a week, and then she sits there for 2 hours, and a lot of times she still has to do work at the track, and she sits there and does her work, which so she's a trooper and she's amazing. Like everything she does for me is awesome. But
Shout out to Chase's parents.
thank
Hope they're
you.
watching
Yes,
this, yeah.
you guys are awesome. But so yeah, they're huge steps for it, and having them just guiding me and then we have conversations. Sometimes it's again stupid little like, this is what's going on at school, this is what's going on with my friends, this is what's going on with your brother and your dad, and then other times it's like, this is what's going on at the track, you need to be focused with this, you need to, and I've asked them, like they push me very, very hard, but I've asked that. They don't want.
You set those standards.
Yes,
yourself.
I set those standards. I asked them because
Nice.
they would be happy if I did house league hockey. They wouldn't care. I never played hockey though, but they'd be happy if I did whatever sport. They wouldn't at whatever level.
Yeah.
But since that's what I want to do, they want to also see me do that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna, since I've asked them to set that standard for me and help me set that
Put
standard.
the foot on the gas. pedal.
They help and just are pushing me along, helping, just keeping the foot at the same spot and keeping it heavy. And so a lot of times it's conversations about how I should act in certain spots in certain scenarios, and sometimes it's the positivity. Like it's been me and my mom talked a lot about that, and becoming a more positive person and looking at the bigger things and the better things, and the outcomes more. And so there's all sorts of different things that we talk about, and she helps build me up and helps set better standards for myself and my athletics. And so it's as a whole, between the two of them, they do a lot. And my dad does a lot of this conversation. He's a little more cut straight to the chase guy. Me and my mom
Your
can
dad?
chase around it a little bit and be like, right all around it. But me and my dad are very, he's just right to it.
Those
It's like
blunt conversations.
Yeah, very blunt. It's it's sometimes 5 minutes, and we talk about what me and my mom talk about in 2 hours. It's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But it's very much, this is what you need to do. This is what needs to happen. And sometimes that's nice too. It's just having that, this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to be done.
Right.
And that's just all it is. And so the two of them together, it's a strong team. It's a very good, and they do a lot for me, and they carry me forward in that. But those conversations and those car rides is a lot of what helps with that too, because the processing things takes time. So that 2 hours, and I can really talk through maybe a really
Exactly.
bad meet, a really bad practice, a great practice that I'm like, I want to redo this. I want to have another practice like this. So talk through it and help put it out in the air and manifest another practice like that. So that's another thing with those rides is, sometimes it is just doom scrolling. I sit there on Instagram and I just roll on TikTok and then I flip and watch a couple of anime episodes, and that's what I did today on the way back home. But other times it's building character and talking through problems, and then sometimes it's just entertainment, and it's just talking for fun and just talking about random silly things that don't matter, but it's just fun.
I was going to ask you that about reviewing your notes after practice. That's a habit I actually incorporated thanks to Lily Terrace. She was episode 1 on the show, and she likes to write down a lot of notes after practice. So if I grab the back of the head, pull them down, what would they do? Okay, if they did do this, I would go to plan A, if not plan B. And it's very coordinated and systematic, and that's something I've started applying in my martial arts area. But then also with everything, kind of doing like a post note. So I guess like you in the car, like that's what you're kind of doing. You're rewiring that and walking through it, right?
Yeah, after practice actually. So my coach Bruce, one of the older coaches there, he is an Olympian. He's an amazing guy. He's told a lot of athletes, and a lot of us started. We keep a journal, and after practice, you do what pulls you were on, what step you were on, and how far it was, so you can go back and look at it, be like, okay, the last couple of practices, my step's been a little farther than normal, so now when you measure it out at competition or next practice, you have it down right. Then you know what pulls you're on at practices, because you're like, okay, this is what I was using. So at meets, you can go like, okay, I want to pull from like these are the ranges, because you have more adrenaline, so normally you want a little heavier so that you can get up higher and you can work through the adrenaline and not blow through it. But to keep all that down. And then you talk about, sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's literally that's all I put, and I'm like, it was a bad practice, it was a good practice, or so I don't put nothing because I'm just like, it's pretty neutral, and we didn't work on a lot. Sometimes it was just a very like, let's get the feelings up. And then some practices there's like 2 pages dedicated to just, I did this, I did, like, we worked on the top end and trying to just remind myself of what that stuff was. Like really recent practice, I don't know if I wrote down much for it yet, but it was a lot of turning at that top end. So when you come up on pole vault, you're supposed to turn at the top to go over the bar so that your stomach is facing it.
Right.
So a lot of it was working with this coach who's come from out of town and is stepping over the pole, because before the pole bends, so it's in this big arc, and I would get upside down to it and like fall off of it to that side, but when it straightens, it comes over here. So like my body's over here, but I'm here. When the pole's bent, I'm in line with it, but when it comes up straight, it's over here, so I'm not getting any of the energy from it.
Right.
So a big thing was trying to get over top of it so I could use the energy and come up over. And that's something I'm trying to apply. That was one of my last practices.
Right.
And something I'm trying to apply now and make very, very big note of. So I wrote a lot about that, and I think I wrote a bit. I want to write a bit more about it. I want to keep from what I'm doing, and he had a lot of great stuff too, like just the way of thinking, like doing things before bed, because your brain works through those things.
That's exactly it,
right?
man.
Thinking about it when you're just doing normal things, like you'll see me around the house, there's this like pole vault motion. You come here, come down, come up, and you spin, and that's a lot of athletes do that, but I try and do that all the time to create that body motion, right? Like it doesn't matter if I've got the weight of the pole, it doesn't matter if I'm running into it, doesn't matter if I'm jumping.
Exactly.
Just that idea of this is how I'm supposed to be moving, this is how I'm supposed to be moving, this is how I'm supposed to be moving, and putting your whole body into it and creating those idiosyncrasies so that it becomes, if you've got like I've got probably 2-3 months before I jump again, and after a couple of weeks I probably got a month to 2 months.
Or
So training even.
Okay.
Because they take a pretty good break, and I don't know what university's gonna do because I've never done it before, first year, but I don't know how quick they're gonna get us on the poles. But I've got at least all of August, so having that in my brain and helping me work through that, that was a big thing for last season. Is I spent a lot of time thinking about a certain motion that I was really trying to figure out.
Yeah.
And when I got back to practice, it took me like 2 practices and I had it figured out.
Because of all the journaling and the mental prep.
Yeah, exactly. And just having your brain thinking, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing, this is what we're doing.
An obsession.
Obsession. It is really, obsession. And it's in your brain all the time, and you're watching videos and you're going, okay, Mondo Duplantis is doing this, best pole vaulter in the world that ever exists, really. He's doing this, Manolo's doing that, Sam Kendricks is doing this. You're watching all these, like, the best pole vaulters in the world doing it, and you're going, okay, that's what theirs looks like. Mine should look somewhere around that area. So, and just keeping that mental image up and keeping that's the idea. And that's a big thing with the journaling and all that is, it's not just going, oh, this happened. You're trying to reinforce it in your brain so that next time that happens, you go, I react to it the right way.
You wire it in.
And it's, it's not wrestling where you have to react to someone else, which is definitely, there's a lot more that A, B, C. I would definitely be writing a lot more.
Plan A1, plan A2,
Yeah, right?
B5.
Right, and then all of a sudden you get someone different who's squirrely and decides to do something crazy, right?
Put him down.
Yeah, you've got to do something completely different. So
I want to talk about the wrestling after, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. But so, especially with pole vault, it's a measured, calculated thing. The step's supposed to be the same, the runway's supposed to be the same, the takeoff, everything's supposed to be this perfect. It's like baking instead of cooking.
Yeah.
Cooking, right? You measure the taste. So, that tastes pretty good. A little more salt. Yeah. Baking, it's like this needs to be at this
science.
Yeah, it's a science. So everything needs to be perfect to create this perfect outcome. But a lot of times it's not, because it's hard to get the perfect jump. You get one at practice, one at meet, maybe if you're lucky. But if you keep practicing perfect or as close to perfect as you can, then that's the new idea of perfect, right? The ceiling's here. So then now, the next time it's like, okay, this is all this new stuff I have and all the stuff I do, that's perfect. But this 1 or 2 things I've been working on to make my jump even better, that's in the new perfect jump. And then once you start getting that, then it's just trying to build that ceiling of what perfect is higher and higher and higher, so that you can, a good jump is more consistent, a good jump is better,
right? And
you can just keep that level. I didn't explain that the best, but keep that level high and keep the
you keep the standard where you set it.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Yeah, and trying to just, because it's progressing, right? There's a lot of small things, like sometimes you move your hand a little bit and all of a sudden the jump changes, and it's so being able to add new things to it and create new things, and then setting the standard higher and getting better and getting better and getting better, and not letting Because, like, there's some people who it's like, they have a really, really, really good jump, and then they have a really, really, really bad jump. There's no medium. It's like, it's just either they have a good jump or a bad jump, and it's like, so you're rolling the dice every time.
Great occasionally as opposed to good consistently.
Exactly. So it's better to just be, okay, I have a solid jump that I can rely on 90% of the time, and then 5% of the time it might be not a great jump, and the other 5% of the time it's going to be a perfect jump.
Yeah.
I would 100% you'd rather that, because that good jump you can make better. And you can make it a better jump and a better jump, and then the perfect jump becomes even more perfect and even more perfect and even more perfect, and that worst jump tends to stay the same. Because if it's the really bad jump, it's going to be a really bad jump.
Yeah.
But it happens less likely because you've practiced it so much and you've got it so dialed in, and that's why, like, you see everyone around my level and higher starts having their own little things. Like, I do 3 rock backs. I step up, I go 1, I go 2, I go 3, and then I'm out. And then, you know, I do a little pull before every time I stretch my groin. Because it's just stupid things. That's no real meaning.
It's a ritual.
It's just a ritual, and that consistency, so that that consistency hopefully breeds more consistency down the runway, down up, and I think in a lot of things that's important. Like, you know, like, again, a lot of the other athletes have the same things. There's one girl flicks her pole a lot and then picks it up and does this stuff, and somebody does 1, some people do 2, but it's the same thing every time because you're creating consistency. And I think in a whole life aspect that's super important, because consistency is the most important thing, right? You want to be
Can't
consistent.
get good at anything without it. You have to keep doing it.
Exactly. So having a ritual and a thing you follow is something really, really important. And they kind of preach that in pole vault, because it is something that's supposed to, if you can do it right, it's supposed to look the same every time.
I like the level of detail you're going into it. You're doing a very good job at articulating the exact feelings, not just, like, you know, what you see on TV or what you see someone do to meet, but like the thoughts and the engine behind it all. So that brings me to what you tell a beginner if I tasked you with, in 1 of the 2 sentences, so you got to keep it tight.
Yeah, all right.
Got to keep it tight. Yeah, like, if I was getting into pole vaulting. No, but me.
Yeah, I mean,
Sarah here. Yeah, like what would you say if I was starting out? 2 sentences, or, you know, roundabout.
Yeah, keep it. I honestly trust your body. It's the first thing. You gotta trust your body, and then trust your mind. You know, your body knows what it's doing. Your mind knows what it's doing. The most important things is trust. Because you don't trust your body, you don't trust your mind, and you won't trust the pole, you won't trust the mat, you won't trust your coaches, and you're the most comfortable thing you have. You're the closest person you are with anybody is can be with yourself. You're gonna know yourself the best. You're gonna be the most comfortable with yourself. So if you can't trust yourself, you can't trust anything. Is that's the biggest thing. So I'd say trust your body, trust your mind, because if you can do that, then you can trust. Similarly, your coach, your equipment, and then you can trust your jump, and then you can trust those things because you've built it from yourself and from things you trust.
Yeah, if you're like with martial arts or for business, for me, it's like I have to trust the people that are teaching me, because if I'm always, you know, going against their word, or I'm always I'm looking at their results. Is that the place I want to be? Yes. Okay. Well, then why would I not pour all my heart into what they have to say? If I have any bit of friction against that being like, well, you don't know how I felt, and whatever else, and this ego or whatever else you're holding on to, it's like a weight, and it's holding you down. But if I just open my heart and go, okay, this is where I want to be, you can tell me everything good, everything bad about it, but if I just keep listening to that, keep doing it, then I'll trust myself and I'll trust my coaches. Right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. And like a thing I really like that you said, why did it slip my brain so fast?
Your head this morning, you hit it.
Just like you said it, and then it slipped out. But what was it? Trusting. Go. Never mind. All right, I guess that's fast because I can't. Yeah, flip right through my mind. But trust is definitely like you've got to.
That's spur one.
Yeah, you know, and that's especially in a sport like pole vault. You know, you're going up in the air. You're going this extremely high distance, and you can't.
I would say, man, I would say props to you.
But it's not fun landing back on the runway, like you said earlier. I landed in the box. That doesn't I got lucky that I didn't injure myself. A lot of people who land in the box, career ending.
It's a steel box, right?
Yeah, it's a steel box. It's slanted. It's up on like this, and it's ankles break, careers end. Like it's a
It's a
place you don't want to
soul
be.
ender.
Soul ender, yeah. You don't want to be there. So you have to sit there and go, like I'm in the most dangerous spot I can be in, but I have to trust myself. And then when it happens again, when you fall, maybe you fall in the box, maybe you fall back on the track, whatever it is, you got to trust yourself. And yeah, trust is in anything really, but especially in the more dangerous you get, the more you have to go, okay, I know what I'm doing. And you feel, and you don't, like, you're not going to start bending a pole and jump 4 meters your first time ever jumping. You build.
I wish.
That would be, if you do that, I'd be astonished. I would honestly, I'd let you have everything. I'd be like I would pour
done,
all
bro.
my money. I'd be like,
I'm done.
Yeah, like you know what, you have
I'm going all in on this
yeah, all my bets just for you. But you build from square one. You know, you go from 1 meter to 2 meters, and bigger pole, and you build that level. So
how does that work? Like the pole size?
So poles have lengths. So each pole has a different length. So you have a 10, 11, 12, 13, and then some of them have like a 12-foot. Well, that's for length.
Length. Okay.
So they have a 12-foot pole, a 12.9, a 12.6. Like, so every brand makes different stuff, and you can get all sorts of different sizes. And the bigger you get, the more they have smaller and more like intricate stuff. So like a 16.9, a 15.9, and this is feet. And then which is dumb because like the height of the bar is measured in meters. But the poles are measured in
16
feet.
16 meters?
No. It's 4 meters.
Okay.
It's like 4 to 5 meters. The best is 630, but 6 meters 30. But they measure the poles in feet, so it's like so confusing. So you're like, I don't know why they do that. But so the poles are in feet, but you have a weight on the pole. So it's like a rubber band or an elastic.
Yeah.
Where they have different flex ratings and ratings. So it's called a flex rating, and that's how much you can bend it.
Right.
So that's how much technically force you can put on it. So. And they use a flex rate and then pounds, and then that translates into pounds. So, like, personally, I'm 135 pounds.
Yeah.
And then I want to be on a heavier weight than me, because when it unbends, it's going to shoot me up more.
Wait, you want to be on a pole heavier than your own weight?
If you can be.
Dude, hold on. How heavy is the pole then you're running with?
I'm up to 170 to 175 pounds.
The pole's
Some of them
Bro,
are, like, they don't weigh that much. So the pole itself doesn't weigh that much. Like, I'm not carrying.
it's flex rate.
It's flex rate. So it's like, it's maybe 20 pounds, 10
all right,
pounds.
You had me.
Yes.
You had me.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, what's a fucking barbell?
That would be sick. But no, so yes, it's a flex rate. So it's how much the pole can withstand. But like, I've got friends who, like, I got a friend who's like, I think 220 right now. And he can only get on poles at 180. Because he's just not as dynamic enough to get through 190. So it's also your body composition, right? There's some people who are 160, 180 pounds where they can still pole vault really well, but their pole is the same weight as them. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's some completely different drastic things. Like, I'm on a pole that's way longer. They're not longer than me. They're obviously going to be taller than me, but way heavier than I am. Mm-hmm. But there's guys, I have friends where they're still heavier, and they're a lot heavier than me. And I've got friends who are and other athletes I know that are on poles the same weight as them, and then I know athletes that are on poles lighter than them, right? Because they're just bigger dudes, like 220 pounds. That's like some of the biggest poles ever made are 220 pounds. Like, those are big poles to be on. You know, like, they're like this thick. I'm holding them like
bamboo,
like,
bro.
Yeah, it feels like it, right? I'm like, this is a tree trunk that I'm holding.
What are they even like made of? Like,
so you have carbon fiber and composite are the two main. Composite's and fiberglass. Sorry, composite.
Is that like wood ones?
No,
that's old school.
Yeah, that's old school. The bamboo and all that was back in the day. But yeah, so
the monks, bro. The monks.
Honestly, right? But yeah, fiberglass and composite or carbon fiber. Yeah. It's the kind of the same thing. And they're different types of poles. What people prefer, the composite and the carbon fiber are newer. That's what it's up to now and what the things are now. But the fiberglass is still good. A lot of times you begin on fiberglass. Yeah. And then there's different brands that some of them are, the bend's higher up and the bend's lower, and they react like this, and they're a little faster and they're a little slower, and just depending on what kind of athlete you are, right? Because you can be 135 pounds, you can be 220 pounds. So sometimes the 220 pound kid is going to want something that's a little slower, so he has time to react on it, and I'm really fast and sporadic, so I want something that's going to be snappy with me, so I can and get up nice and quick.
So you almost learn that about your I guess like your athlete, like, or your own character. Like, you kind of like get your own feel for, like, it's not just like the same, right? Like, you have your own stuff.
Yeah, like at this age, it's very, a lot of it's kind of similar. Okay. And a lot of places like my club only really keeps Pacer composites, and then we have a lot of fiberglass, but then some clubs only do Essex. and then some clubs only do UCSs, which are different brands of the pools.
Yeah.
So they're it just kind of whatever they want, but as an athlete, you kind of want to hopefully get on the pools that are going to benefit you the most.
Right.
Because and even athletes who are the same size as me, some of them are better at different mechanics in the jump. So then that helps different parts just help different like pools help their mechanics more than my mechanics would.
Yeah. Yeah. What does like a typical practice look like? I mean, we know the 2-hour commute definitely. That's part of it. But like actually like getting there for that 2 hours, like walk me through it.
So you get there, you like I show up in just regular shoes, like just sandals, whatever. I can clogs, whatever, and then I put on my running shoes, go through the warm-ups, dynamics. It's all dynamics, so moving. Bit of stretching, make sure, whatever feels tight, whatever feels not nice. Sometimes there's a bit of messing around, like, I'm going to do a muscle up, make sure I still got it, Just try and get, right? Like, activate the muscles too, right?
500-pound bench, no problem.
Easy.
Yeah.
But yeah, get the muscles working, everything you want to work, get that working. Yeah. And then you grab your pole. A lot of times not a big pole, small pole. And it's called straight pole drills, so you just run, it's from a short step, you're from a really short grip, and you just, instead of bending the pole, you run into it. And then you start with some of those. Then you start working on your swing from straight pull, which is just short step. Like you only take 4 steps.
Yeah.
And then you swing up. So you're just kind of working on mechanics, basic things, just to get the feel of everything. And then just depending on the day, some days it's 8 step, which is a short step, and you're just trying to work on really, really technical stuff. Other days it's 10 step, which is still pretty technical. 12 is pretty technical, but a little longer.
Yeah.
And then you get the 14, which for me is full approach, so my full run. And then those are days when it's like I'm trying to really work on just putting all those things I was working on 8 and 10 step into my 14 step and be like, okay, let's get explosive. Let's really build through this. Let's see how it feels. Let's figure out the run, because sometimes the run just doesn't work. Like there's all sorts of things that are right. You've got that just you need to make everything work, which is super annoying sometimes. And then normally for me, I do, a bunch of jumps, and you do an hour and a half jumps, and then I've got a long commute, so I just go home, and then I do my workouts on my own. But a lot of the guys there, like, and there's times, like, I will do smaller workouts, like, like stuff that they only have there, like rings, like the indoor facility, when we have it, we have rings, so I'll do a bunch of stuff on rings, rings.
Like
and
from your gymnastics background?
Yeah, so there's stuff, sometimes I mess around, I do muscle ups, I try and get into handstands.
Bro, you do some crazy shit, man.
If I can, but... So sometimes I'm sitting like, man, I want a concrete floor with like a small little mat like this thick. Like, I'd be careful. I don't want to end my career.
You're gonna smash your head again, dude. Yeah.
So you do some stuff like that. Bench press, clean, squats. You just do some quick stuff a lot of times to just get through it and feel it. And especially like, because I go with Adam sometimes. So if he's taking a little longer, if I'm taking a little longer, one of us will hop in and do some stuff just to kill time, because might as well. But for us, a lot of times it's just we finish and we go home, because we got a long commute, and it's easier to do it at home.
Yeah.
Especially if we have all the bars and the rings, and if those are the things that we try and do there. But then we have the weights. Like I've got a gym membership, so I go to the gym and I do my stuff. I do my stupid little. It looks so weird, but I'm sitting there and I'm like doing weird. Like I'm on the bar and I'm just doing like you pull back on it, so you're upside down. And you're pushing, so you're
on the rings?
On the shins. No, on just a high bar, on like a regular chin up bar. So I'm upside down,
okay,
and I'm holding on to my shins, so like I'm up like toes to bar.
Yeah.
And then I'm trying to push so that I'm here upside down. So the hands are on my hips.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like half. What the skin the cat is?
Yes.
Is it kind of like half that? Almost?
Yeah. So you're, instead of coming under the bar,
you're
coming just with the bar. It's like you're basically just doing an upside down.
Almost front lever. No,
not really. Sometimes I do.
I know what you're saying, though,
but yeah, it's like a upside down. What's it called? Deadlift. It's an upside down deadlift, basically, just your body.
RDL,
yeah. RDL. Yeah, it's RDL actually is a little more. It's RDL a lot of really RDL.
Yeah.
It's just all back, straight legged, and it's body weight, so you're trying to keep your abs and your back's doing a lot of pushing. So there's weird stuff like that, and I do like I'm in a very commercial gym, like I'm in Top Dog, so there are a lot of like lifting heavy lifters. Yeah, it's a local gym. Very, very heavy lifters. Like it's all just like try and get huge. And I'm sitting around doing like different running drills.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, right. I'm messing around. Like it just looks like 5 sets of tomfoolery. And so
and then you grab the bar, you just like jump over some kid.
Yeah. So just a lot of like, but sport specific. I've got a football buddy does the same thing.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people in there for volleyball, soccer, doing different drills, and it's. Yeah, just doing what I need to do because that's important. But since I have the facilities, I don't really want to practice there. Like, I don't want to stay till I want to get home at 10 p.m. because I decided to work out for an hour.
Yeah.
I'd rather either go the next day or just be home and then go to my gym and work out there.
Yeah, getting that sleep in.
Yeah, sleep, super important thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
for I mean, your gymnastics. You said you started doing that when you were.
I think around 5. I think I was about 5 years old.
So you've been in it for a good bit.
Yeah, I was in it for a while. Yeah, so I did it for about 7.5 years, and I quit around. I think it was around 12ish. I quit. I think it was around 4 or 5 when I started, and I quit around 11, 12.
Mm.
So that was a huge part of my life because I didn't like hockey. I played a bit of soccer, but I didn't really like soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Gymnastics was my big sport.
Yeah. What did I know for myself, little story. Let's make sure the thing's not glitching out here. When I did wrestling practice for the first time with this guy, when I go into the Centennial Gym or for first time wrestling practice, I'm like, all right, we're here for wrestling. All of a sudden I see these guys on the mat. You in particular are doing these they're cartwheels, but then you jump at the end or something.
Round off.
Yeah, round offs. Yeah. When you're doing round offs, I'm like, all right, who the fuck is this guy? So. And you were one of the guys, but we're good. We were talking about the wrestling.
Yes.
When did you get into that?
Wrestling or?
Yeah, it's wrestling. Yeah.
Yeah, grade 10. So I played basketball in.
You gotta continue.
Yeah, so I played basketball in grade 9. I loved basketball. It's a big sport for me, but as you can tell, I'm not a very tall guy. I'm about 5'8".
But you've done a lot of sports. From gymnastics, you're doing pole vaulting or all the other track and field events, wrestling, all that jazz. Basketball too.
Yeah, so I've done a lot, but basketball I'd been like, oh, it's so sick if I could have continued, but I wasn't very good at shooting. I was really good at getting to the net and stuff, but I'm really small, really small for a basketball player. But I had fun with it. But so I started getting more serious about pole vault in grade 10, and then that's when I started going to Bolton. So I now committed a lot of my time to Bolton, so I couldn't go to wrestling.
Yeah.
Not to wrestling, to basketball, because they want us at 5 days a week, 4 to 5 days a week minimum. You need to be there. Because it's a team sport, right? So you have to build your team. So I'm like, well, if I can't play basketball, then I want to do something else. I don't want to be sitting on my ass and just being lazy. And then wrestling. This first year Centennial Wrestling happened. So then I started grade 10, and Sam's, my coach has been awesome. They've been amazing coaches and taught me a lot about myself and a lot about the sport, and just opened me up to something else I love and something else I have. The worst, honestly, I would still be a wrestler right now if it wasn't for weight cutting. I hated weight cutting. Oh my goodness.
Everybody weight cuts though, man. It's part of it.
I know, it is. It really is. But this year's was so bad. I was like, after that weight cut, I'm like, I'm done. I'm gonna eat. And I'm gonna
see you later.
Yeah. I would wrestle casually. I'd love to wrestle casually still, especially after university or even in university a little. Have some fun with that. But yeah. So started grade 10, and it was honestly just kind of stupid fate, lucky fate, and I enjoyed it. I like the gymnastics aspect a little, and I like that I get to be kind of myself a little bit, and I like solo sports because I like the idea that I rely on myself. I don't have to worry about what he does, what she does. They didn't do the play right, they didn't execute it right. They didn't react properly.
It's kind of been a pattern with a lot of the sports you play, the gymnastics, and the wrestling, and the
solo swirl. I can reflect and go, okay, I did it wrong. If I failed today, it was my fault. So that means I can change things. I can actively do things, and if I change them, there will be differences. It might not be positive, but there will be differences because it's something I change, and I'm the whole athlete.
I'm responsible.
The whole team, exactly. Yeah. So wrestling, and then so I loved wrestling, and I like the gymnastics aspect, getting the flip and stuff, and having my own style. Everyone's got their own style in wrestling, and it's super cool being able to have my own little niche style. They might not be super niche. Maybe in the wrestling world, it's like, oh, this guy's.
Bro, you're on all fours, Spider-Man, bro, on this ass. I came on the wrestling mats for the first time. I was like, all right, we got the boots on, we're ready. And all of a sudden I see this guy crawling on the walls. I'm like, bro, fuck, bro. What the fuck's going on here? And Sebastian was there too, and we were playing that foot touch game. It was a drill for just kind of working on your stance. Way too low, bro. The first time I did it, well, I mean, not only were my legs on fire, but also just I was like, man, we're way too low. Now it's so natural because that's just what I've been practicing. But yeah, coming up for like the first time, like me and like the Centennial crew, I was like, okay, like you guys practice a little bit different than Notre Dame. So, but yeah, like sorry, as you were saying, I think you're talking about, what were you saying? I don't know, I forget.
I don't know, but I know Sam and Mateo beat it in our heads, drove
Yeah.
like getting low, and yeah. So having my own little style, my own little kind of like personality, I guess, to it. Like I'm a little faster, a little more gimmicky. Like I'm a little
agile.
yeah, and a little squirrely. So I'm like getting to play with that, and then also wrestling other people. Like I've wrestled guys like same size as me, and they're sitting there and they're just picking me up and slamming me on the ground. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like you're the same weight as me, but for some reason you feel like 1,000 pounds.
You're like
and,
the Hulk, bro.
right? Yeah, and you're just like throwing me, and I'm like a kid in a pool with my dad just getting launched. Just I'm like, what's going on here? But so yeah, it's cool to kind of have my own like there's a security cam actually in Genius of me and Liam wrestling, and like Liam's like this 200-pound guy, by the way.
Yeah.
And like I come up on him, I fake him, and I slide his ankle, and I kick him out, and then he gets me in this hug, and I just flip over
didn't
top
like
of
that
him.
shit.
He did not like. He was not happy about it. He was not happy. But then he starts putting me in this hug on the ground, and I flip over top of him and get to his back, and then the bell rings. I was so happy because I was tired. I was so tired, but. Like things like that, like I just like splitsing people and doing little flips and having my own little like rolling over people, something that's like I've developed through the 3 years, and it's worked for me amazingly. If I get in certain situations where they kind of get my head, I just flip over top and I'm out of it. I don't know how it works every time, but it just feels natural because I'm like, I'm in that situation. I'm like, I can't go back, I can't go sideways, I can't go into them. So
just get out.
Go over, right?
Yeah,
go
get
over.
Fuck out.
So,
yeah.
So that's something I've developed for myself. There's different things, and then there's some things like I used to do body locks, and I lost one match. I lost 8 points. Because I kept body locking this guy, but he's holding my leg, so it looked like he just kept dropping me, and I kept rolling over. So there's things where it's like, oh, that's stupid, little habit I picked up, and now I keep losing 4 points or 2 points because I just decide to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's different little things, but it's I still love it. It's fun. It was really good.
Yeah, I mean, basically that's where it all started. We went to offset together this year.
Yes.
We went to Peterborough. I didn't take home no medal, I'll tell you that, but I made it out there. It was my first year of wrestling, and the crew at Genius, shout out to Genius Fitness. They trained me up for that, training at the gym, doing some practices at Notre Dame and Welland, and then also coming out to the Centennial practices. Man, what was your experience of that? We had quite an experience, but
At Offset, yeah.
Yeah, what was yours?
I mean, also was fun. You know what? That was like I don't want to toot my horn, but I've been to a lot of offices. I've been to 8 offices now, through my high school career. But that was one of my favorite ones. That one was fun because it was just vibes. It was good times. Everyone was there, and I did the best. Like I've been 3 times for wrestling, but I didn't go the one year because I had other things, March break, that I already planned out. So I had commitments there. But I've been twice, and the first year I did all right, and I was just like, it was kind of just having fun and getting out there. But this year I really wanted, and again, another goal that I didn't achieve, but I really wanted to make a second day, and I almost made it. 1 match away from making it.
Dude,
I lost
me and
it.
were there. We were
Yeah.
whoop him.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it happens. But also so much fun. Like there's the caliber of athletes you get to see. It's like some of these guys. It's like the first time wrestling. It's like this grade 9 kid that beat me. He was literally grade 9, and he beat me, and he kicked my ass. And it's like, what the heck? Like this guy doesn't even wrestle club.
Bro.
Like, right? You don't let it wrestle club. It's your first year of wrestling. How are you beating me up right now? Like this is not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about wrestling is it's all weight class. So everyone's same size as you. Everyone they're not necessarily same skill level. You can have a grade 12 who's first year wrestling. You can have a grade 9 who's been wrestling since he was 2.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you're getting, right? It's a mixed bag. But it's nice having people where it's like it's not like, oh gosh, I got to go against this kid who's significantly bigger than me, significantly
eat me alive,
right?
Yeah.
Like even basketball, like you're going like you got the 6 foot kid. It's like automatically you've got the advantage because you're taller. In a sport where height matters, you're taller. Where it's like you got all the different styles, but offs is so cool because you get to see like club kids who are amazing, and it's like wow, I got to wrestle this guy who came 3rd. Yeah. Like that's super cool. I got to wrestle this guy who wrestled the first place guy, and and then he ended up coming 4th, but he's still he's the only one who scored points on the first place guy. That's awesome. Or he's the only one who scored points on the 3rd place guy. That's super sick. So you get to see that stuff and be like, wow, I've got to wrestle some of these amazing athletes and beat some of them, right? Like some of these guys are really, really good, and being able to go, wow, I beat you. and not like in a rude way or disrespectful. Be like, I was able to beat you, and you're considered an amazing athlete, and that's super cool. And
All
Ofsa,
respect.
all respect, yeah. And Ofsa is this high caliber. But also on the personal side, it was just a lot of fun. Me and Adam shared a bed. I don't know if you know that. Was personal, really personal. You know, got to share a bed with the host here. That
Liam took up the whole other bed.
yeah,
too.
we were scared of him. You know, he crushed, rolls over the wrong way. You're over.
Liam gets up like 4:30, just like the bathroom is just his kingdom. He's going out. I slept with like jeans on or whatever. I remember the one time he came out of the bathroom, he looked at me. He said, "How the fuck did you get dressed so quick?" And then I was already like ready because I had like all my shit on from the night before. What was like your weight cut experience? I had a pretty significant weight cut. I didn't like the weight cut either, man. It sucked. But anyways, yeah. What was your weight cut experience? And I mean, we gotta talk about the dinner afterwards.
Yes, we're getting to the dinner. So this year, like a lot of the meets I kind of try to cut a little bit for. A lot of them are not major, but every year I've wrestled at 57.5 kilograms, and this year I was about the same as I was last year. Last year was a little fatter, like a little more like fat on me, but so I had more to cut. So, but it was more fatty. This year I'm a lot more lean. I was way more lean than last year, but I was about the same weight. So cutting was really bad because I did want to get down to that 57.5 because I had a better shot at Ofsa, and I think it was just a better weight for me for my size. I'd be one of the more dominant. I'd be stronger. So it was a really big goal for me, but it was horrible. Cutting for Sasa was horrendous. Like I was like sprinting, I was running, like I was sweating.
You and me were on the treadmill.
Yes.
The treadmill, man.
Yeah.
We were running.
And I don't even know if that was Sasa though. That was
That
Ofsa.
might have been Sauce. Or no.
That was Ofsa.
That was
Yeah.
Ofsa, yeah.
That was Ofsa. So Sasa was a little better because I had a little more time to get out and kind of get ready for it. But it was still really rough, long. But I felt better. I was a little more like, okay, I feel good. But it was, and then then Sasa happened. And I was still pole vaulting. I had actually indoor nationals on Saturday, and I had to weigh in Monday.
Right.
So I wanted to be healthy enough to jump, but still be kind of cutting. So I wasn't really.
You had pole vaulting going on while we were doing all this?
Yeah. So I was also jumping at the same time. So I was still eating. I actually started eating more than I probably should have because then you probably know from cutting, you eat a little bit and then you eat more and you eat more, and it was so hard
good,
to discipline,
bro.
right? Especially when you're cutting, food tastes like a million times better.
Yeah.
So disciplining yourself and going, I gotta stop. Couldn't do it. Especially when I knew I had to compete. I'm like, I had this excuse. I'm like, well, I gotta compete. Like, I need to be in good shape.
Dude, your mind makes up the funniest shit, dude, ever.
Yeah. So I was like, I need to compete. So I was just slamming food back, eating way too much. And I get to Saturday, and I'm like, I start cutting Saturday because I'm like, okay, nothing's gonna affect me for this competition because you can't lose that much food. So I start cutting, and I realize I have 2 days to cut 10 pounds. Or no, 12 pounds. 12 pounds. 2 days to cut 12 pounds. I'm like,
we might have to cut off an arm.
Yeah, right. Like,
we're going to have to cut off an arm.
Some limbs. Like, this is going to be really bad. So I'm like, I had to just kind of go, all right, this is just, I got to slam it out. I got to be just no water. I didn't drink from Saturday to Monday. I didn't drink any water. No water was
yeah, I know what that's like.
intaken.
Sucks.
No food. I didn't eat anything. And it was horrid. I remember the one day I was sitting on my kitchen. I was laying on my kitchen, like, island. And I was laying there. My mom comes down. She's like, what are you doing? I'm just looking at the food. I'm just looking at it. I'm just admiring it. Like, I was, like just loving it. It was awesome. I'm like, I want to eat it so bad. Like, I'm so hungry. And the coolest thing for me cutting is I got to, like, feel almost, like, primal. Like, I'd walk by the kitchen, and without knowing, I'd literally just walk and grab water. I'm like, oh, like, I wouldn't even realize. I'm like grabbing water. I'm grabbing food.
No,
I'm like, damn, I've thrown it back. And I'm like, whoo. And it just feels like, and you feel that, like, primal. I'm like, I need to eat. Like, that, like, almost hunting. I'm like, looking at my dog. This jokes. I'm like, you're looking a little good today. I don't know. I would never eat.
Chase on 5 hours. Not
yeah,
right. So looking at the dog. Yeah, dude. When I was cutting down, I did the same thing. I'm pretty sure for offset. Like, I didn't eat much. I don't think I ate like for like 2 days. No, like same. I think I had a little bit of water, sipping like graciously.
Yes.
But yeah, like it was the same thing. I should be doing it over the course of like a few weeks, but it's like, man, it's so much easier last minute just be like, I'll just starve myself.
Right? It's like because like even like that long distance, because it still hurts the whole time because you're still hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's like that little bit of, oh, I'm hungry. But the 2 to 3 days is horrid. It's like it's
bad.
the whole time it's terrible.
It's bad.
Whereas like I feel like with because I tried like doing it between 2-3 weeks, and it's like that's just like it's like. It doesn't feel good, but it's like when you're done, you're like you feel more energized at the end because you're like, okay, I only have to do like a day of like very little to no food.
Mm-hmm.
But like because I was doing that, I tried doing that for salsa. I actually did do that for salsa, and it was just so bad because I'm sitting there, I'm like, I don't feel nutrients. Like I'm eating kiwi, strawberries, chicken, and I'm like that was my whole lunch. I'd eat like 2 little tender things and like cut those up. And then I cut it all really small, so I'd get the idea that I'm eating a lot.
Yeah,
I try
man,
and trick
I'm
my
so
brain.
full right now. It's beast.
Yes, right? I'm like, look at all this food. And it's like strawberries cut this small, and chicken cut this tiny little strips. I'm but trying to trick my brain into being like, I've got a lot more food. Because like, even like, you look at like, sometimes I make things and I'm like, I do it like in half, or you do like, what was I thinking about the other day? I was thinking about it. I don't know what it was. But like if you take something apart and you look at it and you go, whoa, I just ate that whole thing. But if you took it in half, I don't think I could eat that whole thing. There's a lot of things, like a Big Mac. You have a Big Mac, you have 2 sandwiches, but then if you grab another bun and you put it on the other one, you're going, 2 sandwiches or 2 burgers. That might fill me up. You're going Big Mac and fries? Oh, that's easy. I can slam that. No problem. But all you're adding is one bun. It's like all of a sudden it's all this more food. So that's a big thing trying to trick your mind. But yeah,
my stomach never got fooled, bro. It was
Yeah.
always like you're full of
horrid.
shit.
But yeah, so after sauce, I'm like, I sucked. I think that was when I was laying on the kitchen counter actually, because I was like, I was still able to eat, but I wasn't able to eat a lot. So I was like, man. So I was just sitting, and then I remember at the time too, I wasn't losing weight. No weight was dropping for some reason, so I was like freaking out. I'm like, why can't I drop the weight? So then like the day before, I just slammed it out. I'm like, I'm just gonna run, and I sweated out all the weight. And then that's when I was like, all right, I got the meat, and then I've got to do a similar thing because it didn't work last time. So then I went for
Did not work last time.
So I'm like, we're just gonna slam 10, like whatever I had left, which was probably about 12 pounds actually, because I built back up almost all the way. And
yeah, I would cut off an ear, bro.
Right?
Or 2.
Yeah, we're just get them off, take the nose. I don't need them.
Yeah.
But so then yeah, it was also the same. Like, I was like, okay, I just got to slam it out one night, and it was just like 2 days. I went to the gym, I ran for an hour, and then I did the elliptical for an hour, and I just did all the different things, cardio, like 2 sweaters, 2 sweatpants, 2 t-shirts, 2 pairs of socks, big clunky shoes,
2 Big Macs.
Yeah, 2. I wish. Oh man, I wish. But yeah, so as much as I can, kind of just forcing yourself to do those things, and yeah, that was definitely that time of cutting sex. Yeah. But
I had a similar experience for salsa, and definitely can relate. So this was a Tuesday night, and I got called up. No, it wasn't a Tuesday. It might have been a Thursday. I'm not quite sure. Thursday night. We had the competition on Friday or something. No, we had weigh-ins. No,
Wednesday weigh-ins, Thursday.
Yeah, that was Tuesday night. So Anthony called me up the night before. He was like, "Yo, dude, you should cut."
Oh, I remember this.
He was like, "You should cut," and I'm like, "Cut? No, 72 kg sounds good." And I'm like, or I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, I'm not gonna cut. That's ridiculous. Why would I cut? Back by my, I was so afraid of cutting because it sucked, and I didn't want to do it. I don't know what it was. So after sparring, doing Tuesday night's class, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do 72. I go on the scale. I've already sweated out a bunch from sparring. And I'm like, I think I could, I look at the scale and I was like, hold on, I'm only 6 pounds off. I already dropped 5 pounds. So I had about 10, 11 pounds to cut, 12 hours out. And I was looking at it, I was like similar to your story. I literally looked down, I was like, all right, we got to take a break, turn sweater out. So I went home. I got a video on my Instagram, and not this stupid stuff again. I went home on my Instagram, and I looked, or I grabbed my bike, threw in the sweater, threw in the garbage bag, all the same stuff that you were doing, and I was sweating her out. Went to bed in the morning. You'd be surprised. So you know this. You put on the jogging pants, sweater. You go to bed. You wake up. You lose 2 pounds. Where does it go? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I can do it. I put a heater and all that, and I woke up because I'm a very warm-blooded person. I woke up. I'm like, I'm gonna die here. This is I felt like I was sitting in a hot box. I'm like, I don't know what's going on in here, but it was hot. So I was like, I tried it. Couldn't do it. I just can't sleep like that. I sleep in the middle of winter. I sleep with my window open and a fan. I sleep cold. I like it like
you look chameleon,
icebergs.
bro.
Yeah. So I was like, I tried that, and I'm like, no, this isn't gonna work for me. But yeah, I know what you're saying. That's a brutal, yeah.
Yeah, and I think I tried a hot bath too, dude.
Yeah.
I literally was like a lobster. Like I was in the bath with my head out a little bit. You know what's the worst part too? I had a math test I was studying for as well.
Oh.
I literally had ChatGPT playing math shit while I'm cooking in a tub. And it was like, what is my existence right now? So I was in that. I did lose like 2 pounds from it, which was nice. I was before bed.
Yeah.
But hot bath sucks. I'd rather go sauna, run, bike, like
Yeah.
just that.
Sauna was rough. I tried the sauna before offset too, and that's when I tried it, and it was like just sitting in there. I'm like, oh, like the hot, like that extreme heat is hard for me. I think just personally, like I like the running more because it's way more energy. Like I don't like that it
You create
drains
energy.
me, right? And it's
Yeah.
like my things get like different muscles get sore, which sucks. And since you're not no nutrition, no water, you've got nothing to rebuild those muscles.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but that's why you kind of try and eat a little bit, but obviously we were doing it. We weren't really thinking about that. But
Yeah.
sauna for me, like I tried it and it worked a bit, but it only got like 2 pounds for me, which isn't bad. But it was like I needed a lot more. And that's when I went to Sam's house and we did the running on the treadmill, and because I cut like I think 6 pounds in that one day.
Yeah,
Like, I cut a lot of weight in that one day. But again, it was all water. Like everything I cut, everything I got rid of was water. Like I don't even think I got a single ounce of fat. Like I remember I actually have pictures from it, and it's like you can see every striation, every piece of muscle. Like I was probably down to like 2% body fat. Like nothing. Literally nothing. It was nuts. The craziest I've ever looked.
Yeah. It makes me appreciative of being able to drink some water right now, dude.
It's like
Yeah.
thank you. Oh my goodness.
So what was like breaking into food? Because I know afterwards, like we ate,
Oh,
dude.
my
We
goodness.
ate, dude. I crushed so much food. My gut was like bubbling. It was so bad. The bathroom was pretty bad too later that day.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, what did you break into,
So
man?
I remember, I don't know if you remember this. So I drove up with Liam's dad
Yeah.
and Liam, and whole ride I'm like, zombie. Just like, I'm like, not even, I can't even say, I'm just like, Liam would talk to me, like, even when we were at the venue, before we got weighed in, Liam was talking to me, like, I'm just like, nothing going on in the brain, nothing going on anywhere. I'm dead, tired, gone. I don't want to be there. I'm like, I'd see somebody pull out a drink out of their bag or water bottle, and I'm almost like reaching for it. I'm like, I want it. But
And next thing you gotta fight too.
yeah,
Next thing you gotta go.
right? Yeah, you gotta get out there and be the best athlete you can be, right? And so I'm like just completely dead. I remember Liam being like, I've never seen you so, like, I'm a pretty energetic
Lethargic.
person, right? I'm lethargic. I'm a very energetic person. I've got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
He's like, I've never seen you just like just dead. And I remember I do the weigh-in, and they gave us these bags with Gatorades in them. It was the worst decision I think I've ever made, but I grabbed both Gatorades, slammed them back, grabbed my water bottle, which had electrolytes. It was like this big, like 1 liter, like Gatorade G-Fit bottle or whatever. Drank the whole thing,
Do that.
and then grabbed all the granola bars and shit from everybody, ate all the granola bars, and I'm like, oh, I feel amazing. And I literally, instantly, I'm like, up here, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, smiles back, I'm like, I didn't throw up, luckily, but I'm like, I just remember that whole, like probably hour, I'm like, sitting there, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, just holding my stomach in pain.
Was it like hunger pains because your body finally had sustenance?
It was because I drank so fast.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
I
right.
slammed like these, like they were small Gators, but slammed them and I drank like half the water bottle. Like I just drank because like I took the first sip and I was like, okay, nothing more. But then I took another and
You
another
can't
and I
stop,
just
bro.
I'm like,
You can't.
and I felt it like you said bubble. I was like, oh,
You can't stop.
shit.
You can't stop.
Just so much. But it was a lot of peeing for a long time. But that was my first, like, just a bunch of granola bars, and then I knew we were going out for dinner. So after I felt like I had enough granola bars to hold me over till dinner, I also went back to the hotel, and I think we just started eating chips because Liam had all this crappy
Did he like an
junk
entire?
food.
Did he like a literal entire
Suitcase.
He was prepped. He was ready. He was ready. We had like a thing of like Oreos, and like I think Liam with like the first like few minutes, like an entire sleeve just evaporated. Like, Liam, where the fuck did all the Oreos go? He's like, bro, they're gone.
Yeah, no, seriously. I remember. So like, we were like
You had
devouring
some trail
like,
mix and shit. You know, all
trail
that
mix,
stuff,
and
yeah.
I was trying to keep it healthier, but I was digging into.
Let's
some
get
of the
real.
unhealthy-
Let's get real.
I was into some of the unhealthy stuff too. I was in some of the candies and chips, and then we went to dinner. I don't even remember what I had. I just remember it was
I need
like,
a pasta, no?
where we go to dinner?
Nah, you had like the garlic bread and we had Boston pizza.
Yeah, I had mac and cheese.
Yeah, garlic bread
Yeah,
too.
I had mac and cheese and garlic bread. So good. Oh, I just remember devouring it.
You were eating
gone.
that shit up, yeah.
Yes, and I just remember how good that felt.
Dude, because I ate like, I mean, all of the candy and stuff too. I had like an entire, like blueberry loaf, like just gone.
I remember that. Actually,
that shit did not stand a chance. I ate most of the pizza was the breaking point. I had about medium pizza from Boston Pizza. I don't know if it's called an ultimate or it's just like the veggie, like not a veggie pizza, but it's got like some like meats and like pepperoni and then plus all the veg on it. Yeah, I got about like I'd probably say like 3/4 of the way of that thing through, and then that's when
I remember. Yeah,
and that's when I was like 1,000 yards stare in like the mirror, I was like trying to hold it in. Liam came in the bathroom. He's like,
you guys were in the wall.
I don't know if you came in too, but I was like looking in the mirror. I was just like,
yeah, I remember I saw you too. Yeah, I had a little washroom break because I needed it, and then I went back for another round. And I think I got desserts. I think I got like a brownie and ice cream.
There was nothing else going down for me.
But I remember, because you guys ordered like a bunch of food and you're like devouring things. And I was
like, this shit's great.
Yeah, and I remember like coming out of, you were just like, like, oh goodness, what happened to this man? Like, he is gone.
I was on the bridge, dude. My gut was just like I think I literally stepped on the scale like before. I was like, okay, whatever. I may wait till like 147 something, and like look, I think I was like 158. Like I put on like 10 pounds of just like food.
Seriously, yeah, we ate so much, so liquid. The liquid, I swear, like I didn't even process half of it. Like I swear, just like it went in my body. And
yeah.
But I mean, that's what happens when you drink that fast. Your body can't process like biology. I don't want to get into all that, but yeah. So it was, I love that, man. I like sometimes I'm thinking like maybe I'll do like a casual cut, not like anything nuts to be like I'm gonna cut 20 pounds. I'm not gonna eat for 3 days, and I'm not gonna drink every ounce of water. Do like I'm gonna drink water and do like a cut, because that's natural human, right? Like as a human, that's what you're supposed to be. But yeah, just cut and be like get rid of it, and then enjoy food, and then do a little bit and a little bit and enjoy it, because like man, that's when food like you're eating Boston pizza. Imagine what like a good home cooked meal, like a good steak, like your best meal, like that your parents cook, like man, like some of the really really good ones. I'm sitting there, I'm like it tastes so good when I'm already stuffed before I even eat, and then I can eat more, right? And it's like, and now I'm gonna be hungry and craving. Oh, dude, it's gonna taste like
game
over. Like
what's like your favorite like home meal?
A good steak always. A good steak. And you can't go wrong with a good steak. But my dad, my favorite, it's like the following. My dad cooks this pork chop, and it's like apples, onions, mushrooms, all the works, peppers, and it's like this brown slop. Looks so gross. Oh my goodness.
Is it like
so good?
Like apple, like I'm thinking like it's like brown sugar, like a glaze kind of?
No, it's sliced apple. So we slice apple, we throw it in a pan, and then you sear it on top, and then you throw it in the oven for a little bit to let it cook. Oh man, I don't know what he does or how he does it, but like
that's some magic shit.
Yeah, it's insane. My dad or my mom and my brother are pretty picky eaters, so they don't really like that stuff. My mom doesn't like it needs to be appealing. Both of them need to be appealing. It looks like, and the one day we had little ones, so it was literally just mashed mush. But oh man. It was
about the taste, man.
It was all about the taste. Like I could like I can eat anything. Like my dad's friend, he's Indian, and his mom made us like it literally looked like motor oil. It was black, like as black as your water bottle. Black, like this black. Yeah, completely black. And it's like I'm like, what are we eating? It's chicken and there's white rice. I'm like, this is insane. It was like this pork. I think it was pork. Wow. Holy, so good. Like I'm a big food guy. I love food. Like, I love food. I
couldn't believe it. No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
But every literally, like ask me anywhere. I like shawarma. Like I love trying food too. But like man, it was so good. I still remember the place. But like I don't really know aromatics as much yet. Like at that point, like it was only like last year, but we don't really like a lot of American culture. We don't use aromatics as much. So there's aromatics left in the food. And I'm like, I got it when I ate it. I'm like, oh, it was like some type of leaf. I'm like, oh, I must eat it. Like, it's there. I ate it. And I remember she yelled at me. She said, what did you just eat? I'm like, oh, one of the things. She's like, oh. It's like, you're going to have a good time. And tasted horrible. Because it's like straight, I think it was garlic. I just tasted, I think it was ginger. Just a straight thing of ginger. Horrid. It's like, because all you're tasting is just ginger. And it's like, I'm like scraping my tongue. I'm like, oh my goodness. And she's like, She's like, yeah, you don't eat the aromatics. These are aromatics. You don't eat them.
That's like the first time you try and like, is that like decoration basically on the plate?
Yeah, and it adds with like the smell and the
yeah.
like it so you add it into the food and it's like the garlics, your gingers, and it gets flavor, but you're not supposed to eat it because it's.
I don't give a shit about any of that. If you're giving me a plate of food, man, just give me the fucking plate of food. Like I might even eat the plate if I'm hungry enough. Like,
fair enough.
Like, let's get real.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite dish my dad makes is anchovy pasta. I mean, I love pasta. I don't know what it is, man. He got garlic in it. He got a little bit of lot of olive oil on it.
Yeah.
Salt. Oh, I eat that up, bro. Apparently, it smells bad. My nose must be like blind or something. But
yeah,
and
it's something you grow up with, right? Something you're used to. It's just good.
That's game over, man.
Yeah.
That and my grandma's got this one nice dessert. You use like a bundt pan for it, and you put a bunch of like balls of dough in it, and you cover them in like brown sugar. It's called monkey ears, and like basically like they're just like these brown sugar like dough balls, and you pull it off of a bundt pan. Bro, not only is it fun, it's got like this glaze on it too. So like when you bite into it, it's like snaps.
It sounds insane.
Oh, bro, it's actually heavenly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some good ones. Like I know like we have like different like pastas and stuff that my parents make that are always good.
There's food appreciation.
Yeah, food appreciation. Food appreciation always.
Real.
But I work in a butcher shop, which is bad for me. Cause like even like I brought like my parents went out to the butcher shop and got like a couple sausages for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
And I look at them and go, well, I know what sausages we have, and you didn't get the ones I want to try. So I went out and I bought like $20 worth of sausage. Yeah. I just come home, I throw a bunch. I'm like, all right, we got to try these ones. And then like I'm sitting there and I'm just like, and it's a good thing it's not cooked because I'd probably be in the counter just going, like there's times literally like, I'm making the food because I make this stuff and I cut it and it smells or looks so good. I'm like almost about to eat it. I'm like, oh,
that's the hardest part, man.
Right? I'm like, and it's raw. Like this is raw chicken. I'm about to put raw chicken in my mouth. I'm like, it looks so good. So like, there's so much, and I'm like trying like my wallet's like I'm scared that my wallet's gonna start hurting soon. So I'm gonna be like I just want to grab it and take it home, and I'm like, just pay for it. Like I don't care if I pay for it. I just really, 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 really want to eat it because like I get to see how it's made and I get to smell it and I get to see what's in it. So it's not just like, ooh, that sounds good. I'm like, I know what's in that. That stuff's good. That's got to be amazing, right?
Your brain's tricking you, man.
And then people come in and I've got like 20 people just bought this thing. Like that's a lot of people. I'm like, so like if everyone likes it, like
if everybody likes it, I'm sure I gotta like it too. I gotta like it too, right?
So then it sucks. It's awesome because I like trying food, but like I'm like looking at it. I'm like, there's tomahawks, like $120. It's just a steak, but I'm like, I really want a tomahawk.
Guys, just stop the price tag, please.
Right? Yeah, it's like, can I please? Like, I won't take lunch for like 3 weeks. Please, just let me take this home. Just let me steal this from you guys. Like, let me have this. Like, yeah.
That would be gold. Do you ever cook or no? Or like you see a little bit,
Yeah, like I'm not like my dad does a lot of the cooking.
Okay.
I want to start learning how to like barbecue, smoke. Like we have a smoker. Like my dad's a huge food guy too.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love smoker food. But yeah, a lot of like I do a bit. Like I know how to cook stuff. Like I can cook pasta. I can cook. Like, at the end of the day, cooking's like it's not that hard.
It's not that complicated.
Like,
I've been trying to get in more too. Right? It's real simple. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the like meat, you just cook it to like chicken. You go 165 internal temperature.
You're good.
And then that's the main thing, you know. And then other than that, most food you can have almost raw. You know, so it's like.
Yeah, I love chicken raw too, bro. That's
raw chicken raw.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness! Hey, you're a dog.
I had a buddy who got like a little bit of this Travis's story. I don't know if he wants me sharing it, but he'll hear it anyways. It's not nothing crazy. He worked at a chicken factory, and yeah, he got like. Of course, he got like salmonella, so like yikes. And basically, like for a month, he couldn't eat anything. Like nothing would stay down. But because he worked out at the gym and stuff, he kept his muscle mass, but he got like super lean. Like he was like ripped. Like he was like lit up. Like I'm talking about like muscle striation, just looking like So. Yeah, that might be the method, man. If you're trying to cut weight and you're watching this, just go eat some raw chicken, man. Get after it.
Yeah, but raw meat, like I like my like steaks rare, like blue even, like a good place. But yeah, cooking's something I've been trying to get into because then like pasta, you just gotta cook it. Like you take it out, is it wiggly? Like taste it, eat it. Like
I love doing that too,
right?
but just playing around with it, yeah.
Yeah, and then the hardest thing is like making the sauces, making the stuff that goes in it, mixing it, making sure it's all right. At the end of the day, like if it tastes good, who cares? Like making sure it tastes good, and then the hardest part is just finding what's gonna taste the best. Like what's gonna be is this gonna be the best? And that's where like experimenting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just doing it. Yeah.
Right? After also, me and my dad went to this barbecue spot and they had this coleslaw. I love coleslaw, but it was apple coleslaw.
Oh, okay.
Dude, we got it. And after we ate it, we were like, this is amazing. So I actually ordered 2, like, boxes of it so I could take it home. And then, like, it was so good. It was so good. But, like, and then, yeah, putting apples in, like pork chop. It's not even that weird. Applesauce and pork chop. You put that together. That's a pretty normal thing. But doing, like, just trying those things, because people will be like, apple and pork chop. That's weird. Or apple and, like, just, like, you getting out of your mindset of that. And then that can translate into sport, life, and everything, too, right? And as the same thing, it's just that one mind of going,
there are no rules.
Yeah, there's no rules, right? Like, don't eat raw chicken. Well, yeah, good idea.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, you can find out the hard way.
Yeah, and honestly, the same thing. Like, don't do something you've never done before. Like, you've never pole vaulted, and you're gonna try bending a massive pole and doing it
right off the bat.
That's not gonna work. Like, you'll try it and you'll fail and it won't be successful. But there's certain things that, okay, don't be stupid about it. Like, try and be smart.
Progression.
But with food, it's the same thing with food. It's like, but at the end of the day, adding mayo and like mayo and salad. I don't know if that's gonna go good, and with lettuce, mayo and lettuce, I don't know if that's that good, but it's not gonna hurt you. You're not gonna get no injuries or nothing. You're not gonna get sick from it. So try it out. Milk and steak. You want to marinate your.
People actually do that, man. People actually, there's actually some videos online. People what is the bugs are getting you? We'll cut her off soon. But people take, like, steak and they, like, it was this one guy. He did, like, an entire, what is it? Not tender. No, not tender. It's the chest of the cow.
Not tenderloins. Not you're testing my butcher knowledge right now.
Yeah.
Guys, I
You
hope
worked there, bro.
don't watch right now. Don't watch.
No. Brisket.
Yeah,
I knew it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. The brisket. Yeah. Like, dude, so I've literally seen videos where people take a steak or they take a brisket and they literally just have a tub, bro, of milk and they just put it in there. That or, like, dude, just, like, massive amounts of salt and
salt.
Yeah, just like and then they put a little water in it and they have containers so they can press it down. They do it for like a year or something. Vivo is the guy on YouTube that does it. I don't know, but I saw a video of him doing that. It was like milk and then like all this stuff, and it tastes good. I've never tried it, but they seem to.
And that's the thing, right? And like I would have, but like right, just like that. I used milk as a bad example, but he likes it, and if he does it, then that means milk must for some people be good. So that's a big thing. Just being like, if it's not gonna hurt you, it's there's not a big deal. Like what's the deal? Try it. Like that's how different cooking things, different cultures. Like I really want to try. Barbacoa. Digging in the ground, putting leaves, like burying your meat, cooking it underground. Oh, that sounds amazing to me.
That sounds
like I want to try it. Like it smells so good. Like what I've heard, it smells like my dad's talked about. It smells so good. He's like, it tastes amazing. Like it's like something I want to try so bad, so bad. But it's like that's so weird. Like that's not our normal culture. We use barbecues, we use smokers, we use flat tops. Yeah. But that works for culture. So I think that idea, and just a general sense of life too, is like, if it's not going to hurt you, it's not going to damage you. If you want to try it, right? Like the podcast is something, and it's awesome. It seems to be very successful, something you love, something you enjoy. But, it's that little bit of a leap of faith, a little bit of, okay, you know what? There's got to be something that, like, I got to try this out. And pole vault, some days you're having a bad day, you got to go, okay, this one can hurt me a little, but it's I know what I'm doing, so I got to do it. School, it's like, man, I don't know what I'm doing. You got to take that leap of faith, and sometimes you go, okay, ask the teacher for help, or go, let's study online. Or sometimes you go, okay, you know what? I didn't understand this unit, so we're gonna go into this test and hope we do the best. And the thing is like, just trying your best, and then, leap of faith a little bit. And if it's not gonna hurt you, just do it. Just try it. If it sounds interesting, it's interesting.
I mean, that's a good note to end on. I think anyone that is watching this in 1.25 or 1.5 speed is going to hate watching this because Chase is talking so fast that you'll be like, I can't even hear what he's saying.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. No, it's all good. You just, I like your passion behind it, and you're trying to get out every single bit of information you can, which is awesome. I appreciate it. And I'm sure the viewers appreciate it too. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been episode 5 of I almost said the Tech Frontier. It's the other show of the It's Adam show. Chase, thanks for coming out, brother.
Thank you for having me. It's awesome. It's a great experience.
Thank you for coming out, and for following up with your story. Where can our viewers go check you out?
So on Instagram, Chase Owens Track, that's where I post a little bit. You can see some fails. I guess a couple ones coming soon. I hope the one from today I can get, but I got a couple coming soon from that. Those are always fun to watch. But then I've got some of my success, some wrestling, some different stuff. I don't post often, but if you can catch me there if you're interested in seeing what I'm up to.
There you go. Well, I'll have all those links in the descriptions, ladies and gentlemen, so you can go ahead, follow up with Chase's journey, and if you want to go see just a summary of the conversation, what we did today, once again, it's all in the description. And if you got some value or you just really like the show and want to keep watching more content like this, dropping a rating and following the show helps us out more than you know. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, Chase Owens, episode 5. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.